Okay, here we go. Part 2 on unit conversions. Alright, base units for distance would be the meter, energy would be the joule, mass is actually technically the kilogram, but we're going to just fill in gram here. Volume would be the liter, okay? And then we have our prefix units. So you might have heard of like a centimeter, okay, or a centiliter, or a centigram, or a kilogram. We can place any of these in front of our base units, okay? So these are the ones you need to have memorized. These are actually our smallest. Nano prefix n is 10 to the negative 9th. Micro, represented by the Greek letter micron, is 10 to the negative 6th. Milli is to the negative 3rd, or 1/1000th. Centi is to the negative 2nd, or 1/100th. These are base units, or also just 1. These are where we get larger, so kilo, which means 1,000, will be 10 to the 3rd power. Mega or million is 10 to the 6th power. And giga is 10 to the 9th. All right, on to our math problems. Now for these math problems, you have to use dimensional analysis, but I am allowing you guys to use a calculator for these. Okay. So we have 100 square miles of national forest, and we want to know how many acres this is, and also how many hectares this is. So we need to know a few things about these. So a square mile would be 1 mile, 1 mile. But we have 100 square miles, so it's 100 miles this way and 100 miles this way. Okay, so this is area. And we need to know something between square miles and acres. Okay, so 1 square mile, we're just going to look this up on Google. It's the old Google. 1 square mile equals 640 acres. Okay, so this one should be pretty simple. We have 100 square miles, S-Q-M-I-L-E-S. We want to get rid of that. Okay, so this is dimensional analysis. This should look somewhat familiar from chemistry. Okay, we need this unit to cancel out with something on the bottom. Okay, since this is what they're the same, these should be going on the bottom and the top from one another. 1 square mile is the same as 640 acres. Okay, so now this problem is set up as multiplication because we have 2 numbers on the top and we just have 1 on the bottom. So we want to take 100 and we want to times it by 640. Okay, now remember this in scientific notation is 1 times 10 to the 2nd. So basically this is 640 times 1, and then we want to move our decimal places 2 places to the right. So this is 64000. Okay, and if we write that in scientific notation, this would be 6.4 times 10 to the 4th acres. Okay, so basically 100 times 640 is 64,000. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6.4 times 10 to the 4th acres. There's our first answer. All right, second answer is asking, what is this in hectares? Okay, so now we need to know something about an acre and a hectare. Okay, hecta really means 10, but they're not quite used the same here. So just so you guys understand that 1 acre equals 0.405 HA, hectares. Okay, well we have 6.4 times 10 to the 4 acres, so we're going to multiply these 2 numbers together to get rid of acres and convert it. 6.4 times 10 to the 4th acres. Have to have your units, okay? So on the AP exam, if you don't have units here, they will not count any of this math, so every number has to be accompanied by units. We want to get rid of acres. We know that 1 acre is the same thing as 0.405 HAs. Sorry, 5. And here's where I'm going to allow you guys to use calculators because we're doing 3-digit numbers. Okay, so trusty dusty iPhone, how this works, turn this guy sideways, unless I have my screen lock on. I don't. Come on, calculator. There we go. 6.4. EE means times 10, okay? And we want to raise that to the 4th power. All right, so there we go. There's our 64,000. And now we're going to times that by 0.405. 0.405. Blink. And we end up getting 25,920. Okay, so to put that into scientific notation, 1, 2, 3, 4. Answer there would be 2.59 times 10 to the fourth HA. Okay, we have three significant digits, three numbers that are not 0, times 10 to the fourth. We have our unit, and we circled our answer. One problem done. All right, on to the next one. A city uses 10 billion BTUs of energy each month. How many kilowatts of energy are we using? Okay, so we have 10 billion. 10 times 10 to the 9th power. Okay, same thing as if we move this, if we make this one smaller, we can make this one larger. This is the same thing as 1 times 10 to the 10th. And that's BTUs of energy. These are both BTUs. We can use either number, whichever one we're more comfortable with. We got to go back to the Google and look up what a BTU is in kilowatt hours. Okay, so if we look this up, 1 BTU equals 2.93 times 10 to the negative fourth kilowatt hour, kWh. If you actually look it up online, it looks something like this: 0.000293071, and it keeps going, blah, 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 blah. We're going to use our first three significant digits, which are 293. Okay, so we can use either one of these numbers, doesn't really matter. 1 times 10 to the 10th BTUs. And now we want to convert this. So we need these numbers here and here. Okay, 1 BTU, the reason we're putting that on the bottom is so that these cancel out, equals 2.93 times 10 to the negative fourth kilowatt hours. Okay, so this one's very simple. 1 times 2.93 equals 2.93. We're multiplying, so we have times 10 to the 10th and times 10 to the negative fourth. So we add these together. 10 plus negative 4 is 6. So that's times 10 to the 6th power. Okay, or 2.93 million kilowatt hours, because BTUs is canceled out. And there's our answer. All right, on to number 15. 58,000 kilograms of solid waste is equivalent to how many metric tons? All right, so same thing for this. We need to know something about these two units. 1 kilogram of solid waste, 1 kilogram of anything, because it's a mass, okay, is equal to 0.001 metric ton. Okay, 1/10, 1/100th, 1/1000th. So it's 1/1000th, which makes sense because kilo means 1,000. Okay, so we have 58,000 kilograms. This would be the same thing, and then we're dividing it. Okay, well, actually, what we're doing here, 1 kilogram is the same thing as 0.001 metric tons. Okay, so now this you'd have to probably type into the calculator. Okay, but the other thing that we could do here is we could put both these into scientific notations. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this would be 5.8 times 10 to the 4th power, and this would be 1, 2, 3. This is, so we're timesing this by 1 times 10 to the negative 3rd power. Okay, so now we have 5.8 times 1, which is 5.8, and then we have 4 plus negative 3, which is times 10 to the 1st power. So we basically have to move our decimal over one spot. 1. So this is the same thing as 58. All right, so our answer is 58 metric tons.